Welcome, TCI family, Jonathan's Refuge, all our followers. This is a beautiful day today. The church service tonight is actually going to be talking about, we just ordained a new bishop in our organization, and we are all going to talk about what does the word, because you all belong to the Church of Inclusion. So without delay, I will ask each one of our bishops to give us a quick few minutes to explain what it means to them. Dr. Vance, if you would open with what inclusion means from you. Dr. Vance comes from the Anglican background.
Obviously, come from the Anglican background. I'm going to be bringing Christianity into this. My example of inclusionism is Jesus. We think of Christianity as being exclusive a lot of the time because it's only Christians can be a member of it. But if we go back to the day, Jesus sat with and talked with, and on top of it, he was a Jew. He accepted everybody at the table. It didn't matter who they were. That's inclusionism for me. Today, we go and we think, okay, we're going to hang out with just our friends. Well, some of those friends we only made if we are inclusive. Different people have different ideas about who their friends should be based on either their religion, their marital status, their sex, their all these different things anyhow. And that's not what we're about. We're about bringing everybody in, about being educated and being accepting of different ideas. That's how we grow. That's how we learn to be human and learn to go and help this world to be a better place. So inclusionism is that for me.
Well said, Bishop. Well said. Bishop Andrew, from the background focusing in Druids and Celtics and things, would you please enlighten us on what it means to you?
Hello everybody, Bishop Andrew Loki here. For the word inclusion, for me, it really has a more religious encompassing and spiritual encompassing idea behind it. When I think of inclusion, I think of finding the enlightenment, finding the path, finding the truth, finding whatever it might be in all religions, in all spiritualities, in all forms of philosophy and thought and theology. Inclusion, being able to not only accept these other people, but, hang out with them, bounce ideas off, grow with them spiritually as well. So inclusion really means everybody for me, not just Christians. And I believe that there is honestly truth in everything in all of them. So I think really inclusion is, for me, has to do with including all faiths, all thoughts and theologies. And that's it for me.
Very well said, Bishop Andrew. Our newest bishop to the College of Bishops, John Sarti. Would you tell us what it means to you, sir?
Bishop of love, I guess I'll follow the suit of love. I mean, if you think about it, it's down to values. If you boil it down, whether it's a philosophy, psychology, religion, or just a belief, it boils down to being a good person, being a loving person, asking yourself, what would love do as an entity unto themselves? It's being accepting for humanity, for life. As humans, you hear in the Bible, or Adam, you're given the job to define reality, to name. It's what we do constantly. We name, we define, we graph, we calculate, we box and box again. And then we do it amongst ourselves in different religions and different contexts. Well, inclusivity is removing the boundaries, removing those boxes and the lines, because in all reality they don't exist. They only exist as confounds in our mind. So inclusivity to me is removing the lines, removing the boxes, and living by your values.
Love it. Very good, Bishop John. Bishop TCI, your thoughts?
I grew up in a place that there was not much encouragement and love. And so, as I looked around and heard the people around me as I grew up, I saw judgment. And I decided that that wasn't going to be me. That when I look around, that person that's standing in front of me, could it be God testing me and asking me, am I doing my part? So inclusivity means to me all things lead to God. All, if your heart's in the right place, you have a relationship with Him, creation, He's everywhere. He's here. He speaks to us in every form. You could watch a movie, you could be walking in the park and look and see something and know God is speaking to you. So inclusivity means to me that God is everywhere and that we need to be paying attention to those that need to be included in our circle.
Very well said. The term, the Church of Inclusion, when the church originally founded as Life and Growth in the Spirit, it has evolved into, we changed the name to the Church of Inclusion. The ceremony that was conducted today here at the Washington Monument of Stonehenge was a collective ceremony combined of all kinds of faiths, from the Anglican Christian faith down to the ancient Israelites, back to the ancient Egyptians. There was certain segments of it, because as Bishop talked about a moment ago, John, about the boxes, that's what our church doesn't have. Now, we label titles for you to understand, as an example, from the Anglican background and what have you, from a Druid background and what have you, but that's to just enlighten you on an area that they are maybe specialized in, have studied extensively in, and can help lead you down a path of that. But the Church of Inclusion, it sums it up with the tattoo on my wrist, which is the actual, ironically, before Bishop Andrew told me what the title that they decided for Bishop John Sardi would be, I wrote last night in the wee hours of the night with Bishop Vance, and you heard the word love throughout that whole message. And that's what it is it says love all on my tattoo. That is actually the creed of TCI. Love all, period. There's nothing else. There are no other boxes. There is only that one creed, love all. And that's what we do. We love all genders, all sexual orientations, all aspects, all beings. We have different focuses, so if you grew up Christian, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And we support you, and we want you to have that beautiful experience. And if you grew up Muslim, that's wonderful. Embrace your traditions. We love you. As a church, we embrace all, because we are all. God is not a place you have to go find. He actually is within. So if you want to get to know God, know thyself. And that is inclusion. Love all. We thank you all. Bishops, anything else to say from the College of Bishops?
Have an amazing day.
With love.
With light.
Thank you.
Be blessed. All right. Jesse will do all that editing.